Hi, I love the keto diet. It is awesome. There's a lot of reasons why I feel after 40 years in practice, we all, for the most part, need to be on a keto diet. Look at a couple of them. Cancers. Prolific research right now that cancer cannot live in a ketogenic environment. Neurodegenerative disorders, MS, Lou Gehrig's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, dementia, Alzheimer's, autoimmune disorders, diabetes type 1 and 2, and the list goes on. The body has two different types of fuel. One, of course, is sugar. We all know about that. We want to take our Gatorade at games, or we're on a long hike, or hiking a 14 in those beautiful Colorado Rockies. But the other type, which is 2.5 times minimum more efficient, are these things called ketones. And ketones come from, you guessed it, ketones come from fats. So fats go to the liver, get broken down to ketones. But the key thing with this is we want to keep down, main principle, we want to keep insulin down as low as possible. So this is real simple. The ketogenic diet is really a piece of cake in my opinion. You hear all these different ratios and percentages thrown around. Well, today in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to dumb this down so any of you can at least get started, okay? So here we go. We want to keep our insulin levels down. What spikes insulin? What spikes insulin is carbohydrates, grains, beans. So we want to keep insulin down, right? So that means lots of green leafy vegetables, lots of green vegetables, but at the same time, we want to stay away from those things like potatoes and sweet potatoes and grains, right, and beans. So we want to have moderate protein. I would say 20 to 25 grams. And yes, initially, you're going to have to count and look at the labels. You're going to have to count calories. I apologize, but initially, until you can eyeball it, that's what you're going to have to do. So 20, 25 grams of carbs, but that excludes green leafy vegetables, okay? But carrots, root vegetables, pretty high in sugar. Beets, pretty high in sugar, so you got to keep those down. Don't eat them at all for a while, till we get you into ketosis, okay? And then 50 to 70 grams protein. Now protein's interesting because if you eat too much protein, it converts into sugar via something called gluconeogenesis. You don't need to remember that word, but there's no quiz. Okay, gluconeogenesis, too much protein in the liver converts it to sugar, so that's a bad thing. That's why the paleo diet, it's hard to get into ketosis on a paleo diet because the protein levels are so high. So if you think of a paleo diet, lower the protein, you've gotten rid of the grains and the beans, and you increase your fats. So we want to increase our fats. Lots of good fats, right? Coconut oil, olive oil, macadamia oil, avocado oil, all the kind of nuts for the most part, especially macadamia nuts, almonds, those kinds of things. But we want to stay away from corn and canola and those vegetable type oils, okay? So if you think of eating a ton of fat, and remember that fat burns fat, fat burns fat, so the more fat you take in, the more ketones you can produce, and the more the brain and your body can start functioning better off of ketones. You'll have more energy, your body will function better, and you'll be preventing or actually helping eradicate a lot of different diseases. Now, there's a couple of, there's a couple of quick things that you need to be aware of. MCT oil. I'm not saying that you need to buy Dr. Mercola's MCT oil, but his is one of the best, most absorbable, MCT oil, okay? Trader Joe's makes these little packets, little tiny packets of coconut oil that you can carry around, throw them in your purse, your backpack, whatever. This is 14 grams of fat right here. You want to have at least probably 200 minimum grams of fat a day. We'll talk about exogenous ketones in part 2. And then a book that I highly recommend is Fat for Fuel by Dr. Mercola. It's a must read. There's another book coming out shortly by Dr. Adam Nally, N-A-L-L-Y, Nally, known as DocMuscles.com. His book should be out in the next month or two. It'll be the most comprehensive book on ketogenesis. So hopefully this helps. My name is Dr. Doug Terry. Tune back in. And if you like what you see, check below for some ways that'll help keep you in ketosis. God bless you.